Hey everyone, welcome back to Please Listen. I'm trying this new thing where I sit in front of a green screen. I think that is new to this channel and this podcast. I don't think anyone's done it really. I think I'm the first one. So that's a new thing that I'm trying. I was actually thinking of recording this episode this week's episode yesterday because today is July 5th, and so yesterday was the 4th of July. Big holiday. Everybody's celebrating all around not the world, just the USA. I was thinking of recording it last night, and just because I thought it'd be funny if there was just constantly fireworks going off. I thought that would be a funny bit, but I decided not to because I didn't feel like it. I'm just going to be frank with you guys. I did not feel like it. Although I think that would have been a funny bit. I don't know. It wouldn't have been a very listenable episode. But I think I would have found some fucked up, weird satisfaction in it. You know? Instead, I watched a movie. I sat inside and I watched a movie for my 4th of July day. Oh, was it a Friday? I think it was Friday. I watched the movie Sinners. Let me tell you, Sinners is a great fucking movie. I saw it was on HBO Max. That's what inspired that. I went on HBO Max because I was like, I want to watch something. And I saw that Sinners just got added, so I was like, fuck yeah, bing! I hit play. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna get super into it because I feel like everything has been said about it. It's a great movie. Everybody loves it. It's got great themes. It's got great performances. And yeah, it's just I use this word a lot when I was talking about The Bear, but I was engrossed the whole time. It's 2 hours and like 20 minutes. Did not feel like that at all. It just went by so fast, and it was everything was. I think it's a great like modern version of like what would be like blockbuster movies like back in the day, back in the heyday, in the golden age of cinema. Because I mean I don't necessarily have a problem with this, but most of the movies in like the big budget movies in Hollywood, they're based on like franchises. I don't have a problem with that. Like in general, I would like there to be like some space for all different kinds of movies, rather than just all being dominated by franchises. But they're all like existing IPs and I'm a big fan of Marvel, and that's one of those. But back then they were doing blockbuster movies about like original ideas from auteurs, and I feel like Sinners is that. It was exactly that. It was like a big budget movie with fucking vampires and stuff like that by Ryan Coogler, who he seems like a really great filmmaker from what I've seen of his. And it's a blockbuster movie, but it also has substance. It's got some substance. It's not. I said it was about vampires, but that's like the tagline. That's like the little that's the thing that they put in the trailers, right? But the real point of the movie is more subtextual, and I think I'm the first person to notice that. So I'm really proud of myself. You could say that I'm one of the good ones. One of the good vampires, and so I think that's great. So that's what I did on my July 4th. You could say that it was sad, and I guess in most cases it is sad. But right now I don't feel bad not being very patriotic. I've seen videos of people where they shoot fireworks, and they're holding it still. Their hands just turn into useless flabs of meat. It's horrifying. I can't watch. It's horrifying. I can't watch it. I can watch a little bit of it, a little glimpse, and then I have to turn it off. I get physically I physically object to it. I recoil. My body is just like, nope. It protects me from being scarred for life. And so yeah, that's how I spent my July 4th, Independence Day, I think it's called. I should have watched the movie Independence Day on Independence Day. I think I went on HBO Max because I think I was going to watch I started watching the Harry Potter movies. Because ever since I went to Universal, I'm like, I gotta know what the fuss is about with these Harry Potter, with this. What the fuck's a butterbeer? There's a Hogsworts and a Hogsmeade. What the fuck? And I'm planning on doing like an episode where I talk about all of them. There's like 8 of them. It might be, I don't know if I can fit talking about 8 movies into one episode. I might split that up. But I watched the first one, Sorcerer's Stone. Then I was like, I'm gonna watch the second one. Those movies. The thing about it is that those movies, at least the ones that I've seen, which is one, and I saw the runtime for 2. They are fucking so long. Why do they make those movies so? They're both like over 2.5 hours. Like, hurry it up just a little bit. I'm gonna have to start watching them at 2 times speed. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack. This is what a 2.5 hour runtime does to me. It fucking kills me. I saw that there was a law. How you can't like drink and drive. What the fuck's up with that? No, that's not what I meant to say. I saw a post a couple of posts about how there's like a law being passed in California, which is where I live. I think it might just be LA. I'm not sure. I didn't look that much into it. Or maybe it's all. I think it's all of Cal. I'm not sure. Either it's all of California or it's just LA. Which I don't. Does that make? Do they do that? Do they split it up by city? That they passed a law where it's like you can't hold your phone under any circumstance. Like they have this. You can't hold, like if you're looking at like a map, or if you're holding it and you're doing like a phone call. You used to be allowed to do that, I guess, apparently, but you can't do that anymore. They have now what's called a one-tap rule, where you have to have your phone on a little like stand thingy. You put on your dashboard, and it's like a little arm. You put your phone in it, and you're only allowed to tap it once. You only tap. You go like, oh, I got a text. Let me swipe that, or like you get a phone call. You're like, answer. When you hang up, you go boop. One tap. No more than one tap. Is that a sexual thing? A one tap? I don't know. I don't be doing that. What was I saying? Yeah, so you're only allowed one tap. And don't you dare be trying to sneak a second tap in there. I think that's what the law is. I don't know how they're gonna keep track of that. Who's counting how many taps that I do? Bitch. I'll fucking do how many taps that I want. The thing is, like, I have one of those little arm thingies because I use my map a lot, even for places that I've been before, because I have a really bad sense of direction. I'm really bad at mapping out geography in my head. I have one of those little things. It sticks to the dashboard, but since it's really hot, like the sticky stuff kind of melted off, so my thing it fell off. So I don't have that anymore. Just in time for me to get arrested for that. And so yeah, if you were planning on tapping your phone more than once, you're pretty much fucked. I also saw that apparently there's a new law in California where they're just killing people. Like they're just indiscriminately. They're just killing everyone. I thought that was scary. So look out for that as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just it's crazy what laws can get passed there. What things can go can sneak by. The lawmakers. They let a few laws in, and then the one slips by. It's it's like, yeah, Anyways, I think my phone is spying on me. That's what I needed to talk about. And then like the CIA, FBI, fucking Homeland Security, NSA, they're all spying on me through my phone. And you know why? I know people talk about I mentioned that I need some paper towels, and I got an ad on Instagram recommending me Amazon. which I do get that sometimes. I even get it after I buy something. I get ads for the thing that I already bought. It's like a little late there, guys. I already like. Oh yeah, I remember when I got that thing. Good thing I don't need another one. Really great job, fucking TSA, whoever's PBS, whoever the fuck's spying on me. Really dropped the ball on that one. But that's not why I think I'm being spied on. Spied on. I think spied on doesn't sound right, but I think that the reason that I know that I'm being spun on, that my phone is spying on me, is that because every time I'm watching YouTube and I go to the bathroom, right? You bring your phone into the bathroom with you. Not very sanitary, I know. But you go in the bathroom. I put my phone on like the counter, and then I open the toilet seat. I take my pants off slowly. Not slowly. Usually at a normal speed. I don't know why I'd be doing it slowly, right? I pull out my you-know-what. And then I do my business, right? Make sure to get it all over the floor, and then you're done. You flush the thing, you close the thingamabob. And when I go to wash my hands, as soon as I fucking start washing my hands are covered in water. That is when YouTube decides to play a fucking ad. Like almost every single time that happens, as I'm washing my hands, the ad starts, and my hands are covered in water. I can't skip it. You ever tried pressing something on your phone? If water gets on it, everything will get fucked up. And so I think my phone, it uses like the little microphone, and it listens to whenever I flush the toilet, and it hears me flushing the toilet. It's like, oh, looks like it's time for an ad, and it plays an ad in the middle of my video, and it drives me up the wall. Okay. Makes me violent, makes me angry. And so yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. Maybe I'll start a petition. Maybe this will be my calling into activism. It's for YouTube to stop playing ads every time I go to every time I use the bathroom and wash my hands. And maybe the solution is I have to stop washing my hands. Maybe that's what it is. Sacrifices have to be made sometimes, guys. If being able to watch my YouTube video without being interrupted requires me just leaving the bacteria and shit on my hands, so be it. I'm trying to watch fucking 3 hours of like lore about some shit I've never even heard of. It's the newest Marvel television 6-episode event, which is titled Ironheart. Marvel's Ironheart, which dropped on Wednesday. Tuesday. It dropped on Tuesday. Is the thing. Okay. They did 2-week drop, 3 episodes a week. On Tuesday. And I was like, okay, it was on Tuesday. Then The Bear was on Wednesday. I watched the first 3 on Tuesday. The first Tuesday. And on the second Tuesday, I got it confused with The Bear. I was like, okay, the Ironheart episodes drop on Wednesday. And then, so on that second Tuesday, I was like, it's the same day Thunderbolts came out on digital. So I was like, maybe I'll rewatch that, because I usually do that with the Marvel movies. So I watched Thunderbolts on Tuesday, and then I went on Marvel's Instagram, and I saw something related to like season, or the last 3 episodes are out now. I was like, fuck. So, and it was pretty late, but I was like, I gotta watch these. I really gotta watch these. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I really wanted to, because I was like, dude, I can't. I have to wait till Wednesday, even though this whole time I didn't even have to wait till Wednesday. So I had a little Marvel marathon on July 1st, which was pretty fun. Honestly, this is like my I was gonna say my autistic hyperfixation, but the jury's still out on whether I do have autism or not. So I don't know. I don't. It's just something that I really enjoy. So just being able to have a night filled with stuff that's recent and stuff that I haven't seen before. Meaning those 3 episodes that I hadn't seen. Great fucking time. And so I watched Ironheart. And before we get into it, spoilers for Marvel's Ironheart. All the episodes are doing full spoilers from the get go. So if you don't want to be spoiled, skip this. Just fucking turn this off, or go watch it and then come back. First of all, fucking Marvel's Studios Instagram spoiled the thing for me. That was the thing that I saw after I watched Thunderbolts. I saw their Marvel's Instagram story, and it had a character in there. I'm gonna say the character's name. This is supposed to be like kind of a surprise. Spoilers again. But it had a clip with fucking Mephisto in it. And I was like, great, cool. Thanks for fucking spoiling it. Like, the episode just came out. You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait a day. You posted it. That was your teaser for the episode. The character that shows up in the finale. What the hell is wrong with you? It's like, and like, yeah, we all knew it was gonna happen. It wasn't a secret. Everybody knew that Mephisto was gonna be in it. But like, I would like to. I would have liked to love to have seen that in the episode first. Anyways, but I digress. Let's talk about Ironheart. Also, this one was executive produced by Ryan Coogler, who did Sinners, which I just talked about, and his production company Proximity Media, right? And what did I think about Ironheart? This show that was delayed for 3 years after being filmed, and it was dropped in the middle of 2 Marvel blockbusters. I thought it was great. I thought Ironheart was really fucking good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm not that I was surprised. Obviously, I would love to assume that everything I'm gonna watch I'm gonna like, but I found this like to have like such a cohesive vision behind it, and I found it to be also very substantive, which I really appreciated. And I was planning in my notes. I have like a lot of. I always feel like the need to like kind of like respond to what people say about what people like say online about it, like all the gross stuff. What is it called? Like all the gross stuff relating to like race and identity and gender and sexuality and all that stuff. And I feel like I need to address that, because it's like, then again, I don't have to address it. I should just say that, like, if your criticisms have to do with with the race or the identity of any of the characters, that you've hit a wall with me, because I do not find that at all to be valid criticism or even necessary things to say. And they just make you look like an asshole. It's like I don't even want to feel the need to defend it, right? And it's like it's not like I'm gonna like excuse every criticism that someone would have of this show to be like racist or sexist. Like I'm not that kind of person. You can have valid criticisms of the show. I guess I have seen a few, but I'm comfortable in saying that the vast majority of it online has been the bigotry kind. And I'm comfortable in saying that. And it's like, I guess I talked about it when I first talked about it before the show came out. It was like the trailer is the top 3 most disliked, and I guess what drove this one over the edge compared to other female-led Marvel projects is that people like she's like a character who's like kind of taking the not the place, but she kind of she's like the same genre as of a character as Iron Man, because she's literally Ironheart. She's like a, you know, I think she was Iron Man's like protege in the comic books. So like that caused a stir of people being like, they're replacing Iron Man with the DEI Iron Man. That's what they were saying, right? And so that is just, that fueled people's fucking criticism of being like, they're replacing Robert Downey Jr., who's just about to show up in the next Avengers movie. What the fuck? And I find this whole thing so stupid. I mean, they've been doing it with all the characters that are kind of being like with all the legacy characters, I guess. And from my research, from what I've seen, right, all the legacy characters that we've seen in like the mainstream like Marvel like movies, it's there's a suspicious connection relating to what the race of these legacy characters, and relating to people's dislike for them. Because if you look at the fucking the examples we have, it's like even after being in two amazing films, and in like the star of like multiple like AAA video games, people still don't accept Miles Morales as Spider-Man. You know, they still they'll say Miles Morales is not Spider-Man. People don't accept Sam Wilson as Captain America. And then this with Ironheart being like a Iron Man stand-in. And to that I say, it's like, what I've noticed is that people don't have a problem with the mantle of with the mantle of Captain America being passed down. They have a problem with it being Sam Wilson, because you'll see, you know, so many people are like, you know, Bucky should have been Captain America. That's what I'll say. Yeah, they should have made Bucky Captain America. It makes no sense for Sam Wilson being Captain America. And I even mentioned it before. I'm like, if they made fucking Harley from Iron Man 3 the new Iron Man, they would accept it. They would accept him with open arms. And I've seen comments saying that exact thing. It should have been the white kid from Iron Man 3. That's what they'll say. But then in the same breath, they'll be like, I'm sick of these legacy characters, man. Just because it's Riri Williams instead. So that's what I'm going to say to that. Fuck people who think that, just sorry to be uncouth. And there's a lot of, I hate seeing this comment. And they do this for like so many Marvel projects that aren't about like fucking Iron Man and Spider-Man. They go, nobody cares about this character. Who asked for this? Those are like the two like main lines that I'll see in any comment section about any announced project. That one just fucking makes my blood boil. No, it doesn't make it, I have a normal measured reaction to it, but it's like oh yeah, nobody asked for this. Remember when before The Sopranos came out, everyone was like, man, I would love a show about a mob boss going to therapy. Like I would really love to see that show. And then they made it, and everyone was so happy because that's exactly what everyone was asking for. That makes so much sense, right? And you remember how everyone cared about Walter White before Breaking Bad came out? That's the only reason that they made Breaking Bad, because everybody loved the Walter White character already. They already had a pre-established connection with this character before the show came out. That's, oh my god, can you believe that? It's like the nonsensical nature of those statements. It's like they speak for themselves. I don't know. It's like some weird like double standard, because like these characters are based on, these characters are like a part of a universe. And even like, I mean, for all these characters, they're all like based on comic book characters. So like even saying like no one cares about this character is like objectively like false, because they're already an established comic book character. But they only say it about certain characters, They only care. The only characters that people care about: Daredevil, Spider-Man. The ones that people don't care about: Ironheart. Echo. And it's like there are probably some people that don't care about Daredevil. Not me though. I fucking care about it. Um, but anyways, yeah. Sorry, that's my little spiel. Let's get into the actual meat of the show. I think I got everything. Okay, no, I got one more other thing. Okay, because I've mentioned how I've been reading discussions about this. But like I feel like this after watching the show and really enjoying it. I've seen this like I don't know, just seeing like I feel like even people that like the show are like afraid to like even say or like to praise it enough. Like there's so much hedging going on with people even people that think positively of the show. And I've been seeing like the stupidest reasons for like defending the show of people being like, "Oh no, the show is actually good because look, she's not as good as Iron Man. She's not as smart as Iron Man." Like that's like a positive. Like you would hate the show if she was as good or better than Tony Stark. Like that's so weird to me. Like I don't fuck like everyone all the superheroes are like supernaturally smart and talented and gifted. Like that's the whole fucking thing. Like make her super fucking smart. I don't care. They have to be like, oh, but look, she's not. She sucks. See, if she was good, I would think that it was woke garbage. But she actually sucks. Um, and so it's like, it's so weird. Like, can we just talk about what the show like? Talk about what's in the show and what it does. Okay, please, please. Which is what I'm gonna do right now. I know I've been wasting your time with all this preamble. But let's just talk about it. Let's talk about Ironheart. Um, I don't think they're not really in order of like episode. This is kind of just like general thoughts. Um, I think okay. Well, positives. The performances, like everyone felt real in the show, and like it felt like a. It's amazing how much like good cinematography can go, and it's not like amazing. It's not like out of this world, but it's like it's good and it looks nice, and everything has like nice lighting, and even like the other Marvel shows that I like, sometimes it can get like it feels very like soundstage or green screeny, and everything kind of has like a haze over it, and so it doesn't look the best. But this one, I think for the most part had a great look to it. And I talked about this with Thunderbolts. It also everything felt like intentional, like things were set up properly, things were expanded on, character arcs they arced, and everything made sense. That this sounds like not a high bar to pass, but like it didn't feel like this was like pieced together with like different reshoots and bits of ADR. Like it didn't feel like that, and it felt like a really it really allowed me to get immersed, knowing that like everything has a point here. Everything that I'm looking at is important, and it was put there for a reason. I really loved that. It had really cool title cards. The title cards, it does that thing where it's like I don't even know like is there a word for it? It would be like I was gonna say diegetic, but I don't think that it would be that. Where it reminds me of Atlanta, where like the title card is like it'll be like a street sign, but it's not actually there. But it's like it's shot like a normal scene, as if the word Ironheart was actually there, but it's not. I thought that was cool. But the performances were real, and the characters themselves felt real. Like they were talking like. I mean, they all talked like very naturally. There was like a part where there's like an AI character, and the AI character is like a recreation of Riri's dead best friend. And she acts like her memory of her, so she's very like bubbly, and she pops in and she scares Riri by saying a line, and after seeing that she scared her, she stops mid sentence to like be like that and laugh at it. Like I don't know, that exchange seemed very real to me. Um, and yeah, and everything flowed naturally. Everything. It felt like I was spying on real people's lives. No, that's not true. Um, I thought Riri herself is a very interesting character. I didn't expect her to be so fucking like she's very flawed. She's very flawed, and she was always making the bad decisions. It seemed like. Um, I mean, even like when she said that she sold her dad's car, I was like, oh damn, that's not very good. And I think it's very it was very interesting to have a character just be so wrong all the time, even up until the very end. And she makes a bad decision at the end, which I guess I'll get into later. Um, and her dynamic with the Natalie AI was great. I don't know what's so fucking hard to understand about a Riri. Like she's like, how do you know this thing? It's because you created her with your memories of her. Duh. I could figure that out. And she gets used to the Natalie AI like very quickly. Like she's like weirded out by it. But then she gets used to it, and she kind of just like treats it like as the actual her actual friend. And it's because she hasn't grieved properly. Whereas someone like Xavier, who is Riri's friend and Natalie's brother, he's like horrified by it. He kind of he tolerates it, like, but he makes it clear he's like he doesn't think that it's okay. Near the end of the season, and she's horrified by it, and like I guess Riri's mom is also kind of not weirded out, but she accepts it in a way. Also, she thinks it's kind of pretty, but I mean I guess she's also suffering from the grief in the same way that Riri is, but for Gary, who's not a sea snail in this, unfortunately. I thought that after Xavier sees the Natalie AI, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" The AI herself is like, she's like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" She feels offended because she thinks she's a real person. And it does that thing. It's not like a super original idea where it's like the AI tries to be more human. She watches like a video of her and Riri like fucking around that played at the beginning of the show, and she like tries to copy the smile of the real Natalie. And I thought that was a really really cute moment and added depth to this horrid AI creature. I feel like a couple years ago I would have been like, oh, but like seeing how much AI has like kind of injected itself into everything, I'm like, fuck that AI. Someone needs to smash that the hard drive that it's on or whatever. Fuck that. Um, this show also does a lot with like the world. It takes place in Chicago, so it's not in New York. But like you see, like you could tell that like the world is kind of progressed, and like all this like superhero stuff and like technology and like magic, all these advancements that they've had because of they take place in the Marvel universe. It shows a lot of that. Like there's underground like tunnels that'll take cars and like go underground to skip traffic. There's fucking what else is there? I think I wrote them down. Oh yeah, Riri's just walking around the street with her Iron Man suit, and everyone's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. There's robots working at the fucking White Castle. I think that's a real thing. Actually, I think I heard that that's just what they do. I thought that was like a Marvel universe thing where it's like, oh yeah, because they got advanced technology, they got robots flipping burgers at the White Castle. That's just a real thing in the real world, which is kind of scary, honestly. If it was in the Marvel universe, I would think that was cool. But if it's in real life, I don't like that. Maybe it's a little double standard, but like I don't really care. I'm not worried about the working class of the MCU. I mean, I am to a certain extent. I don't want you know what I mean by that. Like they're not real people. I'm fine if their jobs get replaced by robots. Um, and then fucking there's a couple of celebrities or creatives that show up in this that I really love. Like especially love, not like some that I'm like oh Tom Cruise, he's a cool actor. Like people that I'm like such a big fan of. Like Eric Andre is in this, and I had no fucking idea. He plays Stewart. That's his name, but he wants to go by Rampage. He's like he's in like the squad of villains that rejoins before they kill him. And I'm sad that they killed him so fast. I fucking love Eric Andre. Um, yeah, I had no idea he was in this. Apparently they promoted that, but I didn't see it, so I was like, oh my god, Eric Andre. And then also in this as himself is the musician Saba. He's in this. They go to a Saba like performance at like this bar or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, I fucking love Saba. What the hell is going on here? Was this show made for me? Is it as an honorary black man person? I think this show is pretty good. As an honorary Chicagoan who's seen all 4 seasons of The Bear, I think that this show is for me. That was a joke, by the way. I'm definitely not an honorary black person. Alden Ehrenreich is in this. Who I am, I'm not like a big. I'm not gonna say I'm like a huge fan of them, like I am the last two people. I think I've only ever seen him in Solo, which I actually do. I think Solo is one of the better Star Wars movies. It's like in the top 50%. Yeah, I love him. But this they should rename him Alden Ehrenreich. Alden Ehrenreich instead of Ehrenreich. It's Ehrenreich. They should call him fucking Alden Third Reich. Yeah, Alden Third Reich. He shows up as Joe, who's secretly the son of Obadiah Stane from Iron Man 1. Don't tell anyone. He's such an odd character. He plays such a strange. I was laughing at his character a lot more than I was expecting because he's just a strange individual, and he reminds me of myself. Besides, like I don't buy like illegal weapons, but like he's very like awkward and like he's kind of a pushover, and he's like he's always slouching. It made me laugh. It made me laugh more than I expected. Also a part of that. He does get evil, or he gets a little eviler as the series progresses, but then the Hood, who's like the main antagonist of this, who's also pretty good. He was really good. I like Anthony Ramos. I don't think I've seen him in anything, but I like him. He seems like a cool guy, and I found his Hood to be really cool. When he was at his dad's mansion near the end, and he was wearing like the suit, like the full thing, and he had the guns out. I was like, put the fucking hood on, please. Just put the hood up. That's like the full get up. Just do it, please. But he never did it. But he's pretty cool. He has his whole gang of miscreants. I recently just read a comic with Slug in it. The character named Slug, who's like a criminal. I don't know if that's the same Slug that's in this. I hope it is. I don't think we saw their last name, because the last name of the character in the comics is Slugansky. And I think most of the other people are like based on. I would hope all of them were based on characters from the comics, because I always find it lame when they just make up people. It's like you have like 100 years worth of stuff to pull from. And so yeah, and then Zelma Stanton is in this, who's also apparently a from the comics. I haven't read a comic with her. She's like the apprentice to not the apprentice. She worked for Doctor Strange in some sense or some capacity. Compacity. I don't know why I said capacity. That's what I meant to say. And she is so cool. When she showed up, and she's just doing all sorts of weird magic stuff. She does the thing with like her glasses, and I don't know. It's so cool that she's just doing magic stuff, and this is just like a person in a candy shop who knows magic, and like it's like cool Doctor Strange magic, and not like I don't know, like she just like the lights flicker a little bit, and she waves her hands, and it's like oh, and it all looked cool. It all looked like properly like out of this world. I thought it was a really great touch, and all the effects look great. Like the suits were all amazing. They all look so fucking. The suits look so cool. And then they're doing all sorts of stuff with it. Like Riri like sleeps in it because she's scared. Which is I thought it was nice narratively, but I also thought it was just a cool use of the suit. She like the AI starts controlling it, and she's just like the suit is like, I don't know. The suit is like very animated because Natalie's like very bubbly, and she's controlling it. Um, and yeah, it does all sorts of cool things with it. Um, when they went to Zelma Stanton's little shop, by the way, they had a little reference to the brain maggots. I noticed that. That's a reference to her comic appearance, which I knew about even though I hadn't read it. But and they also there's also in one of the episodes there's a Faust poster in the background. That's the guy that made the deal with the devil. That's what I caught that reference also. I know Faust. When I was a kid, I found out the story of Faust because of the DC character named Felix Faust. That's how I knew the story before the real one. So yeah, I noticed that. Why would a character who made a deal with the devil be relevant to this? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the finale of this show features an appearance of a character that Marvel fans have been speculating about for a long time, and that is Mephisto, played by Sacha Baron Cohen. And first of all, when I heard that the rumor of Sacha Baron Cohen being cast as Mephisto, I was like, fuck yes. Like that is like amazing in my opinion. That was like Eben Moss Backrack as the Thing, like the same level of like I want that. So I mean I love Sacha Baron Cohen. I love all of his all of his great works, right? I just thought I thought it was a very like inspired casting choice for him to play in Mephisto. Obviously, I mean a lot of people are going to be like, Episode 6 was so good because it had the big cameo at the end. It's no, like, I mean, I would have to, I'm not gonna rank the episodes. Like I said, I'm not a fan of putting them in order. But like, if I did, the simple fact that Mephisto shows up, like that doesn't grant any points. Like the way he's used, and his narrative relevance, like that is what's important, rather than just like clapping at the, oh my god, it's the guy from the comics. Like no, but I did think he was really nice. He's like, well, he wasn't nice. I thought his inclusion was nice, and the way that he was, the way that he showed up. Even though I was spoiled from it in the fucking Marvel Studios Instagram story. And that he's so cool. He's a little cheeky. He's making all sorts of deals. He's kind of, he's doing different accents too, which I thought was like a great use of Sasha's his abilities, because he's done loads of different accents throughout his career. And yeah, I really hope that they bring him back in some way, shape, or form, just because I don't know, I like seeing that actor, and I like seeing that. I'd love to see more of that character, and do some fucked up weird shit. And Riri makes a bad decision at the end. She makes a deal with Mephisto to bring back her friend Natalie for real this time. I hope that gets. I honestly, like, after seeing this, I really hope that they make a season 2. I don't know how likely that is after this one got delayed for so long because of the writers and actors strike. Like the way that they leave it, they have that thread at the end, and then also the post credit scene with they keep Parker Robbins alive, which I think is good. I like it when, I don't know. I've read a lot of comics with the Hood in it. He seems like he could be like a cool, like, if he ever gets the Hood back. I don't know if it's permanent that he loses the Hood, but like just like a an element of like the underground crime in well, I guess he was in Chicago. I guess he can move to New York. They're setting something up with him and Zelma doing something with like magic, which I would also love to see Zelma again. I think that's cool. She mentions Kamar-Taj and that she was with Doctor Strange. Put her in a Doctor Strange movie, please. I think, yeah, but yeah, I'd love to see more of all of these characters. The final fight between Ironheart and the Hood, it takes place in like, I think it was pretty cool. I thought, and like it looked great, like all the effects looked great. It takes place in like just a room in one room, and I'm like, I kind of wish it was more of like a. I guess one of the characters can't fly, but like, I mean, how often have we seen like aerial like fighting, as if they were like fighter jets, but like with Iron Man related characters? Because I don't think we saw very many of it. Like even with Tony Stark and War Machine, like they're not really like flying and like shooting at other people unless it's like a jet or something. They're usually just fighting someone who's on the ground, and so they stay on the ground. They don't fly like half that what that suit does is fly. Like they should utilize that. But I guess it makes sense in this case, because Parker doesn't fly. But I think maybe Parker like jumps on her and she like flies out the window, and they're going around like, I don't know, hitting the sides of buildings or something. There's just a little bit like that, but nonetheless, I thought that fight was cool. There is one major criticism that I think the whole thing falls apart, honestly, with this thing that I'm about to say. Riri and her friend Xavier, they're big fans of Star Trek. They're doing like this thing, and they're saying like, "You're Captain Spock. Oh, you're fucking Jean-Luc Picard or whatever." And it's like the writers of this show, they got to understand, like, no one born after 2000 is a fan of Star Trek. Like that's Gen Z is not like that's Star Trek is not a thought in their minds. It's outdated, guys. You gotta get with the times, man. No one. She's like 19. Riri. If you want to make your show more realistic, make her a fan of fucking Kai Cenat or something like that. They don't watch Star Trek, unfortunately. So that's the one criticism I would lobby. But other than that, I really like the show. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe I should have been the new fucking Iron Man. You ever thought about that? If Mephisto offered me like Infinite Coke Zero, I think I would accept. So I don't know if I'm much better than any of those characters that made deals with him. Anyways, that is all I have for this episode of the podcast. Thank you all for listening. Subscribe, share with a friend. I'm fucking dying. And yeah, I'll talk to you all next week. Goodbye.